Did you know the sun actually has different wavelengths of light and that each of them can actually affect you in all kind of ways? The first portion on the left are the UV light that we are mostly familiar with. We all know that too much UVA or UVB can cause skin cancer, but you may not be aware that it's also the same portion of the sun spectrum that is also responsible for our vitamin D production. And we also now know that UV light also have an impact on the brain and the regulation of our mood. Among other things, it triggers the release of serotonin, which is one of the 4 happy hormone. Come next is the visible light that appear colorless to our eyes, but that is actually the result of a combination of all the color, including blue, green, and red. This visible light is responsible for our body internal clock, which regulate when we sleep and when we wake up. The left side of this visible light, where shorter wavelengths are, especially the blue light portion, has the strongest impact in this 24-hour cycle because it directly suppresses the release of melatonin. And since most of our modern electronic devices emit blue light, that's why it is generally recommended to avoid using them at night, since you need that melatonin secretion to fall asleep. Ideally, to set your clock right, you should get sunlight directly in your eyes and not through a window or sunglass first thing in the morning for a good 20 minutes. But blue light benefit doesn't stop there. Recent studies have also demonstrated that blue light has an impact on our fat cell. When the blue light reaches the fat cell just beneath the skin, it forces the lipid droplet to shrink and as a result being released out of the cell. In other words, our cells don't store as much fat. Now if we move on the right side of the visible light, you get red light, and if you go just outside the visible portion, you get near infrared and infrared light. The red and near infrared light are stronger at sunrise and towards sunset, and actually this is nearly the exact same range used in low-level laser therapy or red light and near infrared light therapy, which are said to have many benefits, from reducing inflation and reducing recovery time after exercise to increasing collagen production. And it does all that by simply increasing the amount of energy available in your cell for them to do the job properly or better than they would normally do. Needless to say, getting your daily dose of sunshine has many benefits, many of which are still to be uncovered.